Hey, what's up, guys? It's Casey Philpott, aka Peace Boy, here today, and my mom,
Hi guys.
and me are going to tell you about an angel encounter I had. Let's jump into it right now. So, what I need to say first is that if you don't believe anything I say in this video, go and study for yourself,
Yes.
okay? Because all of this is real. Whether you believe it or not, go study it, okay? Alright, let's jump into it for real right now. When I was about 2 years old, I was having a dream, and it sort of shut off, and I was like, what? You know, because it was a beautiful dream. I mean, I kind of remember it a little bit, but it seemed like, you know, those old TVs, it shut off like that. It was just all staticky and stuff. So when it turned back on, I was in the dark, and a little light was like in the distance. I'd say about maybe 100 yards away. So as it came closer and closer, it kind of revealed a figure, and finally I could see an angel. And all I can remember about his appearance was that he had black hair, he had a white robe, looked like he'd never rolled around in the mud with it, and he had sandals on. And most people think that the angel's voice is like, "Fear not, for I am." No, my angel's voice wasn't like that. I remember my angel's voice clear as day. It was like falling into a cloud, or like it was just so relaxing, like ocean waves. It was just so gentle. So he said to me, "Fear not, for my name is Phanuel, and this will make sense at the end. You can call me Fan." So after he said that, he transported me in heaven, and it was beautiful. I couldn't see anybody, but I knew, like, in the spirit that there was like hundreds of angels. But it was just like blank white. I mean, heaven was just like blank white. I knew that there was more, but just Phanuel didn't show me it. So I saw a little like glass square, and you know those tents, like circus tents that are little on the outside but are humongo on the inside? Well, this was kind of like that. See, it looked like a square on the outside, but when I came in front of it, it was like infinitely long on the inside. It had glass walls, no roof, white floor, like marble, and I call it the Hall of Angels because on the walls there was pictures of angels just going down like infinite. So Phanuel went to the middle of the hall, stopped, he turned me and him left, and he said, "That is the most beautiful angel in heaven. He is also the angel that betrayed God." And he had blonde hair, and that's all I can remember about him. So we went to the end of the hall, and the picture wasn't on the walls. It was like at the end of the hall. There was I saw a picture, and I was like, "Man, he is beautiful." And Fan said to me, "You see that picture right there? That is Jesus. He's the most important angel of all, and he is the first important angel of all." So, after he said that, we looked down and turned left again, and I saw a little trap door with like blocks on it. And so, since Phanuel didn't have a key or anything, he transported us down there, and we turned like this, and I saw like a giant furnace. If you Bible readers are watching this right now, you probably know what I'm talking about. There was a giant furnace, and the picture of the beautiful angel that betrayed God was sitting up beside the furnace, and there was like hundreds of coals stacked by the furnace. And that is the part where it gets crazy. So I was like, "What's up with the coals?" And Fan said, "These are all the lost souls that are going to burn with the devil in heck forever." And the chimney went all the way all the way on top of the Hall of Angels, or like on top of heaven. The chimney went all the way up. And he said when the smoke is released, like he's gone. He's done. So I woke up and Mom's going to take it from here.
Do you want me to tell about, okay. So Kason at 2 to 3 keeps mentioning to me that he has a brother named Fan. And I'm like, you're an only child. I'm pretty sure I would know if you had a brother. And sadly and unfortunately, I kind of shut it down. Like, I told him that maybe he had an imaginary friend, or maybe he had made this up. I don't know why I said that to him. In the flesh, we say things we shouldn't and understand things in a different way. So later, he continues to tell me this. He continues to tell me adamantly. He has a brother named Fan, and he's beautiful. And then he goes on to tell me that he is an angel. And I'm like, what is going on? So obviously you want to ask more questions. So I set him down, and at 2 to 3 years old, there's only so much you can get, so much detail. And so my curiosity is piqued. And I asked him, Fan, and I'm pointing at the ceiling fan, do you mean like fan? Because he keeps saying the name, Fan. And he's like, no, Mama, no, Fan. And I'm like, I'm still not getting it. So later, he just kind of, I guess because I had mentioned maybe this is an imaginary friend and kind of shut it down previously, he kind of stopped talking about him. And around 5, 6 years old,
Yeah.
around that age, I asked him one day, hey, do you remember when you used to tell me about Fan? And he's like, well, I guess I made that up. And I'm like, I apologize for saying that to you. I should not have said that to you. I would like to know what you're talking about. Can you elaborate? Can you maybe tell me some more details if you want to share? And so he goes on to tell me his name is Phanuel, and I'm like, what? What 5-year-old comes up with this? So I asked him, can you spell that for me? And he says, Phanuel. And I'm like, wow, maybe I should do some research. Maybe I should look this up and see what my boy's talking about. So around this time, I started to be like, this is real, something's going on here. So, what else? We can cut this out of the video.
So, she started searching it up, and it turns out that Phanuel is one of the angels that protects God's throne. Not just a angel, he's like the leader that protects the throne of God.
So, some things are revealed and some things are not in God's infinite wisdom. So it's hard to know. But when you Google, when you start searching things up, so Phanuel is mentioned as one of the archangels, and it is said that he can be also known as Uriel, and then some people say that he's a completely different angel. But like Kason said, we encourage you to do your own research, to look these things up. I just know that when a 2-year-old starts telling me that he's had a visitation from an angel, and there was a few dreams that he had a visitation from this angel, and at such a young age, and later on down the road, 10 years old, he tells me that Phanuel mentioned that he is a brother in arms, and maybe that explains why he called him a brother over and over. And so it all just kind of pieced together, and I couldn't deny the fact that my boy had an encounter, and it was true. And I believe him with all my heart, and he has so many details to share that it was just, you couldn't deny it. There was no way to deny. And honestly, when he first started to share this, I knew who God was, and I would like to say that I had a relationship with the Lord, but it was nothing compared to how much that relationship has grown now. And it's been 10 years, and I prayed hard for this boy. I prayed hard and thought even then that my relationship was true and deep and real, and it was nothing compared. I'm just so thankful for God pouring out his heart and wanting us to have deep relationship with him, to have intimacy, and to understand when things like this happen, when your kid comes to you and wants to tell you something that's happened to him. If that had happened at this age and this relationship with God, I would have known better. I just wasn't in the spirit at that time. My heart was not in the right place. I wasn't living in the right place, in the right state of mind. So relationship changes everything. Discernment changes everything. I'm just thankful that he shared this encounter, and it is such a blessing. And I just love my boy.
That's it for this video, guys. Remember to check out my channel. We got some pretty cool videos on there. Gamer videos are coming soon, just to remind you, if mom's okay with it. Remember to check out her Facebook page, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.